Okay, what's up, YouTubers? This is Herm Says Play to Win, and it's been about a couple of weeks since I last uploaded one of these War Thunder Ground Forces simulator battle replays, and that's because I had been staying away because of the funky spawn point system that I really didn't like. And recently my available gaming time just was sporadic. But anyway, here I am back in the saddle in the Tiger 1 on Kursk, which, as I've mentioned before, is by far the best map for this tank. So yeah, the spawn system in simulator battles is back to what it was previously, namely 1 spawn for heavy tanks, 2 spawns for medium tanks, 3 for light tanks, and 2 for tank destroyers that are under 45 tons, and 1 spawn for tank destroyers that are over 45 tons. And so, yeah, it's a very kind of weird and kind of haphazard number of spawns. I mean, I've been advocating that we should have 1 spawn in simulator battle for medium tanks, heavy tanks, tank destroyers. And there's actually a thread on the forums for that 1 spawn per match campaign, and I'm going to post that in the description in case anyone wants to weigh in on that. Okay, so here we are on Kursk, and I'm just going to say flat out that my gunnery is really rusty from having been away from the game for like 2 weeks. So I'm on here trying to get the first kill for this match, because there's a credit bonus for that. And my gunnery is just off. Now, part of that could be related to the fact that supposedly gunner skill has been factored into gunnery accuracy. So some of the dispersion from the gunfire could be related to the gunner skill, because this crew that I have right here in this tank is pretty green. Not many skill points invested yet. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, this game, War Thunder, it's in open beta right now, and so there are air forces for 5 nations as I take a hit from somebody, and I don't know who was shooting at me, but whoever was shooting at me kept at it for a while, and I think it ended up hitting me 3 times for minimal damage. Okay, yeah, so as I was saying, this game is an open beta. There are 3 modes: arcade, realistic, and simulator. I play exclusively in simulator, just because I like the realism factor, and I like the challenge of playing with minimal aids for target acquisition and no aids for gunnery. And there I am hit again. Suspension is damaged, so somebody is trying to zero in on me, and I can see from the kill chat, kill spam, that there is an IS-2 on the enemy team, so I want to be careful here, because an IS-2, even at distance, can pose a threat to me. So I don't just want to sit there and get shot at. Yeah, so this game is an open beta. The Air Forces have been in open beta for, like, what, 2 years? Almost 2 years. The Ground Forces have been in open beta since this spring. And yeah, you can really tell this game is definitely in beta, because there are a lot of issues that need to be worked on and ironed out, and I'm actually going to point out some of these issues in this game in this video. Okay, so I just hit this T-34, but apparently it registered as 4 hits because the announcer guy announces 4 events in quick succession as if I hit that T-34 4 separate times. So I'm not sure what's up with that. I think I'll post a bug report for that though, because it is very, very weird behavior. Okay, trying to find something else to shoot at. So I see a muzzle flash there. I'm not sure if that's friendly or enemy though. So I'm going to hold my fire. It looked like it was probably a friendly just from the direction the fire was going. Okay, so at this point I decide to relocate. Move to a better firing position. So what I want to go for is somewhere around H4 and H3. Move to a more central position. So what's really good about this game is that the visuals look really nice. So I think I was being shot at again right there. The visuals are really nice. Yeah, I think the visuals are much, much better than World of Tanks, which is a game that I previously played. So I actually have fond memories overall of World of Tanks. It's just that with my work schedule that I don't have much gaming time, and so I had to make a choice of whether I wanted to invest my gaming time in World of Tanks or in this game. And even though this game is very much in beta, there's a lot of work that needs to be done to address issues in this game. I think it has a lot of promise, and so I've decided to devote what gaming time I have to serving as a beta tester for this game and helping in its development, and to promote this game by making videos. Okay, so I notice this friendly tiger up here. He's got his gun pointed to a southwest direction, so I figure he must be engaging an enemy there, and I'm trying to push forward carefully to see if I can spot the target that he's shooting at. So I want to be careful here. I don't want to just drive out into the open and expose myself and potentially get one-shotted. So I'm just going to back this friendly tiger up. And finally I can see the enemy on the mini-map. Meanwhile, other enemy tanks are apparently taking shots at me. And so, yeah, unfortunately I was a little too late to bring the gun to bear there, so my buddy and the other tiger, he took out that T-34 right there. So one of the enemy mediums has called artillery on me apparently, so I'm going to try to move out of this area. Meanwhile, I'm starting to take more hits from some enemies that I've not spotted. And I can see the enemy muzzle flashes and the enemy shells going off. But I've decided to reposition to take advantage of this ridge line here, so it can block at least some of the incoming fire. So trying to find targets to shoot at, and I noticed this T-34. So I think this was the guy that my wingman killed. So cautiously moving forward, Trying to spot a target to shoot at. So currently all that's showing up on the mini-map are AI anti-tank gun positions. So over here I see an IS-1 crossing the field. And this was a very strange situation because there was that cloud of smoke. The IS-1 drove into it, and then when the smoke cleared, he had just gone. And there's no way the IS-1 can actually drive that fast to completely clear that area, completely clear my field of view there. But anyway, if it was a visual bug, apparently it's taken care of itself. And I take a shot at this IS-1 and I manage to track this guy out in the open. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, got this guy tracked. He's side on, I should be able to kill him, but my poor gunnery lets me down. The shot went way over. And my gunnery is so rusty that I must have been like 300-400 meters off with that previous shot. And so this guy's repaired his tracks. Trying to hit him again. That one goes way over. I'd like to think that's because of just random gun dispersion. I'm not sure though. So he's moved out of my field of view because of all these flames, and I did manage to put another shot into him. Now I'm trying to hit him again. Target undamaged. Yeah, so maybe I just hit him in a bad place. However, you can never tell with the weird damage models in ground forces right now. So I hit him again in the side, again no damage. Really trying to kill this guy, but that one went over, so not sure what happened there. Again, I think it was just random gun dispersion. I don't know for sure. This guy is maneuvering around, but you know, this IS-1 has really put himself in a bad position. I mean, crossing the middle in a slow heavy tank. So I hit him again, and he's tracked out there. However, I'm taking shots inside. And right now I have to admit that I lost situational awareness there, because the T-34 that my wingman killed previously, he's made his way all the way back down the western flank, and there he is, and he's taking shots at my side. So what I should have been doing was actually scanning the mini-map after every shot I took at that IS-1. So I'm telling my team where this T-34 is, saying there's a guy in G2. And you need to do that because friendly tanks can only see on their mini-map what they have line of sight on. And so if my buddy in the Tiger here doesn't have line of sight on this T-34 that was engaging me, then he would have no idea that there is a T-34 there. And so I told him G2, T-34. And so this was a Russian player. And fortunately he could, I guess he knew enough English to know G2, T-34, that, you know, there's an enemy in T-34. In G2, that is. Okay, so he drives up, engages the T-34, so I have completely lost sight of the T-34. So apparently he's over that ridge line that the Tiger is shooting down. And so, yeah, the other Tiger kills that T-34 a second time. At this point, we definitely have the upper hand in this game. And so, for me, what I want to do is to take out the two anti-tank guns at F3. Well, the first thing actually is to engage and take out this medium in F2, and so I tell my team there's a medium in F2, and I'm trying to spot this guy. At this point in matches on Curse, there's going to be a lot of wrecked AI vehicles and a lot of smoke, so it can be hard to see things clearly, but I catch a muzzle flash there. And so I'm trying to see what's going on here. Then I realize this guy must have been hiding behind that trench, and sure enough, there he is with this turret sticking out. And so my gunnery is going to be way, way off again. I mean, that one was way over. I mean, I'm clearly out of practice in this game. Trying to zero in the shots, still way over. And so this one actually landed short. Hit the trench in front of the target. And yeah, so not sure what exactly happened there. I mean, this guy just blew up. And there was no kill message. So I have no idea what happened there. Again, another issue that needs to be ironed out is these weird, mysterious explosions of enemy units. I mean, no kill announcements, nothing. So I just need to take out these two anti-tank guns to start capping the zone, and again, gunnery is way, way off. So that particular one, I simply misread the distances on the map. So each grid line is separated from the next one by 500 meters. And so my distance to this target is about, say, 700, 800 meters. And I ended up aiming for like, initially for like 1200 meters, and that's because I just completely misread the map. Okay, so take out those two AI anti-tank guns, start capturing the zone. And it's pretty much GG. So our team did really well, especially that Russian player Panic in the other Tiger. And so this is the lone survivor on the enemy team, this T-3485, and he's driving out. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. I guess he was trying to spot whoever was capping the zone, and he got taken out. Meanwhile, my gunnery is still terrible. Definitely need more practice. Okay, so just capping the zone, and yeah, to the enemy survivor's credit, he didn't just quit, he actually did respawn. Didn't really do him much good though. So capture the zone. It's always nice to capture the zone. You get some extra currency. Because one of the other issues that's ongoing with ground forces, especially in simulator and even in realistic, is that the income is really low, actually. So for this particular battle, I'm actually going to finish second in score on my team, but I'm only going to get about 13,000 lions, which is the regular currency in this game. So the income is really low. Really need to save for a long time in order to afford the higher ranked tanks. That's something that the developer needs to address. So there's the enemy T-34 gamely spawning again, although he is hopelessly outnumbered at this point. Just took a couple of long-range pot shots at him. Sometimes you get lucky. Although at ranges like that are in excess of 2 kilometers, I mean, you really, really have to be lucky in order to even hit a target that's moving like that. And, well, to be honest, at that range, even if I do manage to hit the target, I wouldn't kill him. Just wouldn't have the penetration. Yep, so the timer's ticking down because we've captured the zone, and yeah, it's just a matter of time. So I have to say credit to the enemy T-34-85. He did respawn in and show up to fight, although he didn't manage to do anything and instead got taken out. Okay, yeah, that's kind of it for this match. And as you saw right there, I drove right into a tree and knocked it over, and that's a new feature with the latest patches. You can bowl over trees and tanks. So, anyway, yeah. So, this was my first match back in the saddle after the long layoff, and finished second. But like I said, got only 13k in coin, and so it's kind of disappointing. Anyway, thanks, and see you on the next one.